Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. In today's video, I will be introducing you to Microsoft Excel and we will perform simple calculation function in Excel. Also, we'll learn how to manipulate cells and how to create function in cells. First, you notice in Microsoft Excel, the interface is designed in such a way that it looks so much like that of Microsoft Word. You see tabs. These are tabs. Like this is home tab, this is insert, this is the layout tab, these are tabs. And underneath the tab you see ribbons. These are ribbons, and under the ribbons you see groups of related functions. Like for example, you see under the home tab you see this group of related function that has to do with font. Now you see how to change the font. That's the interface of the character you're going to be using, how to bolding it, make it italics and underline, and how to change the size, how to color it. And here notice a launcher here, this little button, this is a launcher. Where what Microsoft did here is, when you see that this group is not enough to take the whole function that there is meant for this particular related functions. You see they have a launcher here where you can pop up a pop-up menu, and this menu now you see where you can perform more of these functions. Like for example, I'll go back, you click on this launcher here, this launcher, and you get this pop-up menu where you can have more function, where you can do more things with that particular group. So that is that. You notice it in this alignment group and every other group. That's how it is. That's how it is designed in Microsoft Excel as well as Microsoft Word. You see layout function, formula tab, and so on and so forth. Underneath it you see this name box. This is where you see the exact name of that cell that you have clicked. So this is a cell and you see the name of the cell here. Then in front of it you see the formula bar. This formula bar, mostly we use it to enter cells, we use it to enter function for cells. You enter function, you can either change or manipulate function in that cell with this formula bar. Then underneath it, if you see the one of Microsoft Word, is a workspace where we do our design and our typing, and in other videos. If you have not seen some of my videos, you go back to my channel, you see some of Microsoft Word, and we have performed some various tasks like design, like designs, and typing, how to type some documents in Microsoft Word. So you see that one is a space, but here we have a spreadsheet for a tables, form of tables in this space instead of that workspace. So now let's talk about this table. This table consists of rows coming down. I have about millions of rows coming down. Then you see columns ranging from A to Z, A to Z. Then when you finish Z, you see it continue as from A B, and this was an AB, AC, AD, and so on and so forth. We have about more than more than I'm not very sure, about 16,000 plus of column, 16,000 columns, and rows. We have about more than millions of rows in a particular Excel sheet. Then now take note of this thing. We have cells. This is what we call cell. The intersection between the rows and the column is what we refer to as cells. So you see cells. Each cell, they have their unique name. Look, if I click any cell now, by the time I click any cell, you see that it has its own unique name. Like this one is showing S3. Why is it S3? You see this is S on the row, and going on the column, you see 3. So 3, S3. So this one now is S3. Another thing to take note of is range of cells. You can see range of cells. This is what we call range of cells. So this is range of cells from ranging from Q3 to V to V13, ranging from Q3 to V13. Now, I can refer to this range of cell. Range of cell can be in columns like this. It can be in rows like this, depending on the alignment. So we have range of columns. How do we label range of columns? Range of cells. Range of cells. You may label it. I can go to I'll select. I may not even need to select it. So I just go straight to this and I will refer to it. Let's say I want to highlight. I'll go back now. I will highlight. I want to highlight A1 to A7. I want to make it my range. I can just simply go to this formula bar and type cell A1, A1 through A19, A19. Say A1 through A19. That is how to label a range of cells. So it has. So I'll just. Okay, we'll talk more about the range of cells. We'll be using it when we're using other functions. Like in our next video, we'll be creating payrolls, employee payroll system. And there you understand what are the range of cells and other functions as for that. So going on that, you see this is a sheet. This is a spreadsheet, and you can have another spreadsheet in the same workbook. You can have more spreadsheets. So the collection of these spreadsheets is what we refer to as a workbook. This workbook. So that is that. And next, you should take note of this other function here, this toggle here, where you can either increase and decrease and increase so that you can view your area of work clearly. Then here you screw up and down. You can screw up and down and see what you are viewing. Then this is a screw. You can screw to the left or screw to the right, or you can go down or up. So notice there's a screw here. You can screw it little by little, or you can just pull this bar here to see what you're doing. That is that. Next, we are going to be talking about, we are going to create some simple functions in Microsoft Excel. Let's say we have something. Okay, if you have seen my video on tables in Microsoft Word, you should know how to merge cells. So I can have something like, I'll just say simple calculation functions. So this simple calculation function, this is, if you look at this write-up is in this particular cell, but if you see it leading through the other cells, what do? We can do various things with this to see our write-up clearly. I can either increase this cell to make it bolder, so now I have my cell occupying everything we have in it. I can either do that, or I can merge the cells to allow everything fitting. So I'll just undo. I'll undo. Sorry. So I'll undo. You see, I can highlight the range of cell where this thing is. I'll just highlight the range of cell where it is. Then I'll merge it. I'll merge it. See, merge cell. So I have merged this thing. So the whole of this thing, they are in one cell. So next, let's please create some little function. I'll say, let's say let's say group A, group A, group B. I can expand my distance. Take note of how I expand and increase my cell. It's just almost like the same thing like Microsoft table. If you have not seen that video, I recommend you watch that video so that you know how to manipulate cells in Microsoft Word. So I have been able to increase this cell. You see my arrow pointing both sides, so I'll push it. Either if I want to reduce it, I'll push it in. If I want to increase it, I'll push it out. So that's how to increase cells in Microsoft Excel. So I'll just make this one bold, or maybe I can give it a color, or I can color a range of cells. I color this one is group A. So I'll color it. I can choose, just pick any color, your choice. So you can pick any color, and I'll pick any color here. And this one is to color the text, which is the right of this color here. So if I want this one colored, this to color the text, so that's just that for that. So what we're going to do now is I'll just pick a random number, pick some random number. So we create, you see how to, we first of all see how we can add numbers. Can add numbers. Let's say this is 12. Then we see how we divide. Then next are 6. Let's have 6. I'm just creating random numbers, so we can create some simple function. 6. So now I'll see, this is, I want to create a formula in this cell. So I will select the cell. This is the cell I want this one to be 12 plus 12. So how do we create such function in Microsoft Excel? First thing you do is to have your equal to. Remember, the cell is selected. I selected this cell, then I have my equal sign. I'll say equal. This is cell C4 plus C plus C plus D4. So I'll say C4 4 plus D4. So this is for here. So here now, automatically I'm saying that each time I have a number here, add this one to this one. So in this one, you see this one adding to this one. Let's do something. So I'll say let's say 6. You see, automatically I have created a function that adds this cell to this cell in this place. So whenever you make any change to any of this one, you see this one changing because it's adding this cell to this cell. So let's create another function, division. So how do we create division? I'll say this cell divide by this cell. So what we are going to do is the same thing. So I can either select the cell, or select the cell and start typing, or I can select the cell and go to my formula bar and say 20 equal to, sorry, I'll say equal to cell C5 divide by cell. You notice how I created my division sign. I just said slash. You see this forward slash in your keyboard? That is the division sign in Microsoft Excel. So I'll say divide cell D5. D5. So I'll say enter. You see, this one is automatically in this cell. You see the function of dividing these two cells here. So I'll say this one divide by this one. So you have 6. So you can change this one. I can make it, maybe this one is 6 divide 2. 6 divide 2. You see the phone automatically, without doing anything, you see that the answer has been created. So that's how to create uh, a division sign. Next, we'll just try multiplication. Multiplication is still the same thing. In any function in Excel, first thing you do is to create, you have your equal sign, and I say this cell, let's say C6. multiply. My multiplication is that star sign. That star sign is usually on the eighth key in your keyboard. Say that letter eight, that figure, that number eight is no, in most keyboard you have it there. You hold your shift down and press the eight. So that is the multiplication sign in Microsoft Excel. So I'll say cell C6 divide multiply by cell D6. So I'll say D6 and I'll say enter. I'll say enter. So you see this cell has automatically been multiplied by this cell. So you see we have 12. Like the every other cell that we are showing, I can just change it since the function has been created. So at any time, this one is multiplying this one. So the next thing we are going to be doing is subtraction. The same thing, just the same way. You can just try it. I'll give you some few minutes to try this up. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if you get it, congratulations. But if you don't get it, follow me. It's equal sign. I'll say C7 minus the minus sign. You see the minus sign after the O in your keyboard. So I just say minus, then I'll say D7, D7, and I'll create enter. I'll say enter. This is it. So automatically each time I come to this cell, I'll add. Each time I come to this cell, any number I change, you see it subtracting this one, this cell from this cell at any given time. You see, uh you cannot subtract 4 from 6. That's why you have -2. So any number I place here, you see it automatically doing the mathematical operation for me. So basically, these are the simple calculation function in Microsoft Excel. We'll be seeing more calculation function in Microsoft Excel in the next video. The next video, I'll be creating employee payroll system, and in that video, we'll be having multiple functions like ifs and ifs and other functions in Microsoft Excel. That is it for this video. That is this for this video. In our next video, like I said, I'll be showing you um, employee payroll system. Always remember to subscribe to this channel because I have thousands of videos for you, tutorial videos where you'll be learning a whole lot of things, either in applications, how to operate various applications, how to do calculation, how to type, so you'll be more efficient in this channel. Make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember to share this video so that others can have access to it. Thank you.